hello. Come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Hey. All right. Let me first ask, how are y'all? Because y'all know the last time we talked, when was I here? Was that Friday? Was it Friday? I think it was Friday that I was here last, and I was saying that some things was gonna be coming down the pipeline, and for y'all to be paying attention. Now y'all see what I'm saying? It's not even over though. I wish I could say what I really want to say, but I can't. But when it is put out there, y'all will know what I'm talking about. Awesome. I am great. I feel really, really good. I feel really good about what I'm going to be giving today, too. I'm really excited about it. Put in the comments where you're watching from. For those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect, and what I do is that I support women leaders in harnessing their feminine energy, mastering emotional intelligence in business, as well as supporting them those things support them in driving their productivity, enhancing their creativity, which expands their financial growth. Okay, so I really, really love the work that I do. I've supported my clients in a multitude of ways. Hi, happy birthday, Sabrina. And I really, 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 really am excited to talk about what we're talking about today, because we just need to really kind of get down to it. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I have been kind of letting you know and telling you like so many things were coming and ways that you can prepare. Hey Houston, hey Atlanta. Ways for you to be able to kind of get yourself together as far as your business is concerned. And one of the biggest things that I need for people to do is be able to keep their head. Okay. I'm so glad you read that email too, because this is really going to be a very powerful live, because I just need us to not be in the mode of panic. I need us to be in the mode of using your masculine side, which is your logic. And I have told you guys from the beginning, you do not want to sit solely in your feminine energy, because you need the balance of both. This is the time where you activate the warrior. See, for those who do not know, like I said, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. I am super uber feminine. You will get that energy off me. But I am all woman, and I'm also all warrior. And as a woman who is tapped into her both light and dark feminine, you understand the necessary elements of both. All that being unsure of yourself, not knowing what you're going to do, not knowing your next move, and all of this and all of that needs to cease now. All of this, oh, I just want to bask and I just want to be soft and be this. I'm going to tell you, to be soft, you're going to have to lay down some things. You're going to have to get active about some things. Like I said, this is the time for you to activate your warrior as a woman, because you need to learn how to execute in the season, and you need to learn how to be able to center yourself and not be overly emotional. Because a lot of people are extremely emotional right now, and let me tell you something, all that emotion is not going to get you anywhere if there is no logic and there is no plan and there is no nothing. This is what tends to happen. We tend to get very emotional and make statuses and do all these things, but never really get active. This is not the time for that. So if you can't tell, if you cannot tell, the world is at crisis. And what I am about to teach you and give you is how to crisis-proof your cash flow. And it's not even in a way that you think, but it's in the way that you really, really need. And so I really hope that you're able to digest and you're ready to really do your work, because there are no more excuses. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to fix anything, you have to start making decisions. Nothing is going to get better. You have to make a decision that you're going to get better. That's the only way you're going to be able to create a new reality for yourself, especially in the space that we are in and where we are going. Okay? So I'm going to give you literally these 4 things to do. And if you don't know how to do these things, and I'm going into real detail. So let me tell you, if you know somebody right now that's a creative, that's an ambitious woman leader, that's a high-powered business owner, go ahead and send her this live. Because let me tell you something. Right now is the time that you can't be all over the place emotionally. Decisions have to be made. And things have to be done. And so I'm going to give you these 4 things. You can take it or leave it. And listen, I'm going to break them down a bit. And if you decide to pass it over, then pass it over. But the ones who going to get it, y'all going to eat. Y'all going to eat. I'm just telling you, for the ones who understand and who get it, y'all going to eat. And I implore you, if you are a person who says that you are a believer, I implore you to go in and really ground yourself in Psalm 1. Because I used to tell y'all, if you've been following me since last year, I used to always start off my lives with you are time, energy, attention, and money. And I would break that down in scripture, how you are all of these things. And I would explain the process of time and all of that stuff. What I need you to understand is I need you to act on the value that you are. There is no more time waiting on people to validate you. You need to do what you need to do so that you can thrive, or you're going to keep yourself in survival mode. So cancel all that other stuff. Cancel all other things that are not priority to you in this life right now, and get active about your own life. Okay? So like I said, if you're a business owner or if you are a creative, right, and you have a gift, and I'm going to I'm going to really go into this today. You need to be crisis proofing your cash flow. And this I'm going to tell you, because the biggest thing is you're going to have to keep your mind together, because that song, Your Mind Playing Tricks on You, is going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be put out there, stuff you ain't never thought you ever would see in your entire life. And let me tell you something. You need to get your mind right. You need to get your heart posture right. You need to be spiritually rooted and grounded. This is not a drill. This is not a drill at all. This is really what it is. So if you are in business and you know that you've been called to build something great and do something great in this world, in this society, amidst what is happening right now, then you have a responsibility to center yourself. And this is how I'm going to support you in being able to center yourself so you can get what you need and be in position. Okay? All right. Number 1, the first thing that's required to crisis-proof your cash flow is to build a strong masculine structure for your business. Let me tell you what this looks like and what this means. If you are a business owner, if you are doing this right now, you need to stop. If you are sending people invoices, if you are doing things like, responding to emails immediately, you don't have time. You need to be taking back your time. You're going to have to stop being cheap. You're going to have to stop misusing your resources, and you are going to have to invest in high-level systems that are going to help you automate processes so you can keep your head down and you can ground. So you're not distracted by the things that you see around you and that you hear around you that tend to throw you off and that want to make you anxious or keep you in a fear-based state. Okay? This is extremely important. One thing about me, if I don't pay for nothing, baby, she pay for systems. You know how I'm able to have a 6-figure business and build it from the ground up without hustling, without looking like I'm exhausted or tired of walking? Because I pay for strong masculine systems. I pay the men aspect of it to do the work. The man aspect of business, I pay for that to get done. So I can look cute and collect checks. Because that's the smart way to do it. So I'm going to invest in systems that are robust, that's going to ensure that I'm getting paid overnight and people getting their products at night and I'm still asleep. I'm not having to wake up out my sleep and make sure people get things. Why? Because the masculine is working for me, because money is masculine, FYI. FYI, money is masculine. So you use the masculine. You put the men to work. Learn how to put the masculine aspects of your business to work for you so you can really be in your feminine. That's why a lot of women are not doing that. Y'all working too hard. Y'all trying to play 2 different sides, and it's not really for you. So put your money in these systems. Automate tasks wherever possible so you can free up your time and your mental energy. Develop a reliable automation system. There's systems like Zapier, Honeybook does this. There are a lot of systems. I have Flowdesk where you can click and actually use my coupon to get half off of Flowdesk, where it automates your workflows and does all of these things for you, baby. Because here's the thing, you ain't even gonna want to get on a computer as these things continue to come out, because every time you see something, it's always gonna be a horror story or something that's happening. There's this every piece of communication that's gonna be coming forth is gonna have some kind of tie to it to play on your emotions. Because what society knows that right now, the biggest thing and the biggest currency is your energy and motion, your emotions. That's why they play on it all the time. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, because they know that you can. And the more you spend time trying to respond and, yeah, I'm online, let me do this. I'm okay, well, let me just check social media for a minute. And then you see one thing that's throwing off your whole day, so now you can't create because your energy and motion is out of whack, all because you made a decision when you could literally pay a system to have that working so you can keep yourself grounded and focus on what's important, which is your family. And if you don't have a family that you created by marriage or children, then you have a family, a responsibility from the family that you came from. See, you don't have time to be every 5 seconds, especially when you've been called to build something. See, let's talk about it. Y'all better learn. See, society online teaching you how to use men to get things from them, when all you have to do is understand your left brain energy, which is the masculine energy aspect, which is your logic, which is your critical thinking, which is your action taking, which is your decision making. All you have to do is use that aspect of yourself. Let that work for you. Put your money, which is masculine, and let pay systems that will work for you. That's how you use the masculine energy. That's how you use it to your advantage. You don't use people. There's no need for you to use people. Why? Because you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to scripture, Proverbs 8 and 12. So why you got to use somebody else? You use other people because you don't know how to utilize yourself. You pay and you build strong masculine structure for your business so you can really sit in your femininity and understand and be inspired and ask questions and get the downloads about your next step. Because guess what? The way things are going right now, a lot of people who are spiritually aligned, we are receiving things in the forms of steps. We're not getting full plans anymore. I'm telling you as a seer. I am seeing this thing play out. Okay, so it's this. When I tell y'all, I told my sister months ago that man was not going to be in this race. I said that months ago. Me and my people, me and my collective, we've been saying this since last year. See, we've been knew what time it is. That's why I've been trying to tell y'all. That's why I've been trying to tell you. Don't get it. I'm going to just say it's not even done. It's not even finished of the things that there's so much we don't know that has not been revealed. But understand that things are going to be revealed, and are going to have to know how to keep your head and capture your thoughts and do the things that you need to do so that you can execute. Baby, I've been saying it. I said it just as much as almost 3 weeks ago, and baby, one of my friends was like, girl, no, that's not true. I don't believe that's gonna happen. I don't believe that's gonna happen. And baby, and immediately when it happened, baby, she sent me a text message screaming my name. See, we're getting these things in steps. You need to be able to hear. And if you're too busy responding to emails, doing this, working hard, doing this, you can't hear because you're so clogged down with the fact that you feel like you need to work hard to get money that you're going to miss more money, and you're going to miss the opportunity to catch your oil because you have no bottle. You have no jar. So when it's time to actually collect, you can't collect because you have no joy, because you spent all of your time, energy, your attention on trying to work hard and do all of these things instead of building a strong masculine principle by using your money to pay into systems that will actually support you so you can actually sit in your femininity and be asking the Most High, what's your next move, so you can receive the downloads you need. You can't receive because you're too clogged up, worried about, oh my God, there's no money, there's no this. When you understand that you are the innate value, you will always be able to create money. Somebody posed a question online, and they said if online, if you couldn't make money online, and I make quite a lot of money online, right? If you couldn't make money online, what would you do? You know what I said? I can bake. I bake bread. I'm learning to make soap. I can make candles. Baby, I'm finna hit up this pottery class. See, what you gonna do? See, what we doing? What we doing? When you are so focused up here and focused on what these things that are happening right instead of what you need to be focused on, you're gonna miss it. So you don't miss no money, and you can invest in those things that are gonna give you skill sets that are actually going to support you in bartering. Because guess what? If you're not familiar with it, you better get familiar with it. See, if you got your business on autopilot, and if you're doing what you need to do and paying those systems, then guess what? You can take those classes and different things you need to take so you can sharpen those skills. So just in case the lights go out, you know what to do. Huh? I've been telling y'all, I told y'all about the warning that I got in February. Y'all came in here and told me everything I told y'all was correct. I'm telling you right now, this is how you gonna cry. And then you gonna have, just think about it, while you taking these classes and doing, money is still coming in because you have your system set up the way they need to be set up. You got some XRP out, and you saw how XRP went up over, and it ain't even done. It's gonna, listen, yep, I bought me some more too. It went up and it went down. I was missing. Yeah. I'm trying to tell y'all. Because let me tell you, don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't give it to you. I've been giving it to you straight for the last 2 years. I have literally been telling y'all for the last 2 years these things. Build a strong masculine structure for your business. Create these systems so things can run smoothly, so you can focus on what's important, getting plans and different things in order, making sure you have skill sets that actually can support and that actually can be bartered, because your degree ain't gonna mean nothing. Huh? I'm just saying. Number 2, this is the second way you're going to crisis proof your cash flow after building, making sure that you paid into a strong masculine structure for your business. Okay? Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Posh, I've been saying it the whole time. The Most High has been allowing me to reveal it the whole time. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I want to tell y'all the honest truth about the biggest thing. A lot of women have asked me, with everything happening right now, you know, I know you said buy into XRP and do these things. Like, what are some, what do I need to be doing? And I say the same thing, and I'm going to tell you this same thing. If you do nothing else, make sure you can hear. I'm going to say it again. If you do nothing else, make sure you can hear. I'm going to say that one more time. If you do nothing else, make sure you can hear. And when I'm speaking about you being able to hear, I'm speaking about you being able to hear spiritually from the one that created you, which is going to require you to constantly be rooted and planted in what you believe to be true about what the Creator has said about you, because you are going to come up against things that are going to challenge not only your identity, but your sanity. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Not only your identity, but your sanity. And if you are not rooted in what it is that you believe, you will become so insecure that you will position yourself and you will be played with because you are unprotected due to that unbelief. I'm telling you, which brings me to my second point of how to crisis-proof your cash flow. Regulate your nervous system by guarding your gates. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Regulate your nervous system by guarding your gates. What are the gates that I am speaking of? I am speaking of your eye gate, what it is that you allow yourself to see and take in through your eyes. I'm speaking about your ear gate, what you allow to come through your ears and you accept as truth. I am speaking about your mouth gate, what comes out of your mouth. Okay? I'm speaking about your feet, the places that you go. You understand? And I am speaking about the gate of your womb, for what you give away and what you take in. So when I say guard your gates, that's what I'm speaking about. The eye gate, to keep your view clear. The ear gate, to make sure you can hear the right voice, and the right voice is the loudest one in your head and in your body. Okay? The foot gate, to make sure that you are not positioning yourself to be played with, or giving permission or participating in things that are meant to destroy you. Okay? Your mouth gate, for the things that you say and the curses that you place upon yourself. Not even what you think you're putting on somebody else. And again, most importantly, your womb gate. Be careful of the things that you give away and the things that you take in. So when I say regulate your nervous system by guarding your gates, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Limit your exposure to this negative news and this social media that's going to elevate your stress. That's why you need to have them masculine systems in place, so you can spend less time on social media and more time in nature. Because guess what? You need to learn how to adapt to this sun, because it's not getting no cooler. These summers and things coming, it's not getting any cooler. I get outside and I walk 11,000 steps and I'm doing this. And like I tell you, for the past this year, the Most High has been saying to me specifically, this has been my message for me. Get healthy, work out, get capital, tell them the truth. I'm telling you, everybody who is spiritually rooted is getting a message. And you need to move and activate on that message. So you need to be very careful about what you allow to come in as a message to you. Okay? So again, limit the exposure of what people are saying. Even people saying, I'm so broke, I'm so this. Stop allowing people to say these things around you. And I told y'all last week, if you are sitting around a bunch of people who are saying, oh my God, I'm so broke, I don't have nothing, that means that you are in a circle where the money is being moved above your head. And you need to leave the room. If the constant conversation that you are having amongst your community is that you don't have and there is a lack, that means that the things are being moved over your head and you are not in the right room. Do you understand what I'm telling you? This ain't for play. We are here. This ain't for play. We are right here. So you need to be guarding your gates. Okay? You also need to create a daily routine that has activities to soothe your nervous system. You need to be walking. You understand what I'm telling you? You need to be surrounding yourself with environments and people who understand and who are promoting peace and stability and who are keeping their eyes exactly where they need to be. They're not swaying to the left or right. Let me tell y'all something. Your nervous system being dysregulated is the worst position for you to be in when the world is at crisis. You do not want to be sick going into hospitals when things and glitches are happening. What if you have to go in and get a surgery and the lights go out? What if you have to go in there and something happens and they cut the lights off and all the medical records are confused and they give you the wrong thing? You better stop playing with yourself. Stop eating this trash they serving you. Start being for real about what's going on in your life. The two things that you need to be focusing on as a woman when it comes down that impact how you operate outside of spiritually is your chemical energy, meaning what you put into your body, on your body, and your energy and motion, which are your emotions. If you don't control those two things, that's the quickest way you're going to be sick. And you do not want to be sick in a society that does not care about you and that's literally set up to make you sick, sell you a solution. You better recognize what is really happening here and guard your gates. Guard them. The third way that you are going to crisis-proof your cash flow as a woman is that you are going to identify your skill sets that are excellent for bartering and you are going to amplify them. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Your grandma taught you to sew, go back to the sewing classes and get into it. You know how to bake? Start baking once a week so you understand exactly and get in the habit of that. Okay? You know how to make soap? Start getting it. You can't let y'all better start identifying what it is you have. Not today, not tomorrow. Right now. Right now. Take inventory of your unique talents and your gifts. What would be valuable enough to be able to exchange for resources and goods and services, okay? Focus on really enhancing those skills. That's why you got to have that masculine system. And I told y'all I'm finna take classes. Y'all think I'm going to be missing money while I'm going to be taking classes? Absolutely not. My system's still going to be running. So if somebody decides they want to click on and buy something, they're going to buy it. They're going to get it, baby. I just made a whole pan of vase. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. My clients, I have my clients and a lot of women who work with me, it's on a global scale. See, this is why y'all missing global money, because y'all don't have y'all system set up. I got a letter from a lawyer. I got a letter from a lawyer in Lagos, Nigeria, who has been watching my content. I'm trying to get emotional about that. And she said to me, she sent me a list of things that my free content has helped her with. From her issues around autism and ADHD, her attention span, I helped her heal those things. Her emotional intelligence and regulation, helped her and supported her in those ways. She just went down the list. And this is my free content. So imagine the women that pay me 4 figures and 5 figures to work with me, what they actually get. That's why I tell y'all, I don't need none of y'all to give me no claps. I don't need your applause. Hell, I don't need your approval. The Most High qualified me, approved me to give this out and to pass this message. And that's what I'm here to do. I need you to do your work. I don't care about nothing else. I promise I don't care about none of this, because the Most High cut. Let me tell you, clients don't cut my checks. The Most High cuts my checks, because the Most High put me in this position. The Most High gave me these gifts, and the Most High is the only one that can take them. So I don't care about your bags. I don't care about your money. I don't care about none of that. I care about you doing your work and getting the results that you are required and you deserve. Okay? I am about that. So any thanks, do your work. Do your work. Because this is not the time to be sitting around here like twiddling your thumbs. Like I said, you are built of warrior and woman. You need to learn how to activate that other side. Real, like for real. Number 3. Well, I know that was number 3. I'm sorry. But identifying your skill sets that are excellent for bartering and amplifying them is very important in this season, which is why you need to stop wasting your money on that BS and pay for the systems that's going to help you have your business running smoothly so you can focus on what's important. If it's your family, if it's whatever it is, if it's building, getting things together, I don't care what it is. You need to, whatever it is, you need to be focused on that. But your business still needs to be running. And it can. Okay? This one is very important. Number 4. Okay? So we talked about 1. I'm just going to go through these 3 real quick. To crisis proof your cash flow. We talked about number 1, you're going to have to build a strong masculine structure for your business, which is going to include you paying, because money is masculine, paying into systems that are going to support you and do the work for you and send out emails and send out invoices and all these other things so you can be asleep. So you can be focused on what you need to be focused on. Okay? So that's the first thing. You have to implement these things so you can save yourself the time and mental energy you need to be able to execute and be in position. Because listen, everybody got something they need to be doing right now. If you ain't doing it and if you don't know what to do, you might not be able to hear. And that's the problem. If you can't hear, you need to clear out. Got too much going on if you can't hear. Like I said, if you do nothing else, make sure you can hear. Hey, Paris, my love. If you do nothing else, make sure you can hear. The second thing I told you, which is going to support you in crisis proofing your cash flow, is to regulate your nervous system by guarding your gates. And the gates that I'm speaking of, your eye gates, which controls your view, your ear gates, which controls your ability to hear, your mouth gates, which puts you in position to either be elevated or cursed by your own word, your feet gate, literally, where you choose to go in the direction you choose to take, and your womb gate, what you choose to give and what you choose to take. When I say regulate your nervous system by guarding your gates, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Because you protect yourself when you protect your womb. You protect yourself when you protect your eyes. You protect yourself when you protect your ears. You protect yourself when you don't walk into certain rooms. See, this is the season of discernment. Delusion is dead for a lot of y'all. I'm just going to keep it so real with you because we just don't have time. We ain't got time. And as sweet and as loving and as warm as I am, we ain't got time. Delusion is dead for a lot of y'all, and it needs to be dead, and you need to let it stay dead because it's time for you to discern. It is time for you to become disciplined. It is time for you to do what you need to do. Because if you don't, I keep telling y'all, and they done told y'all, the folks who've been watching me for a long time have told y'all, the decisions you make right now from July to December are going to impact your next 20 years. They're going to impact your next 20. Please make sure the decisions that you make are wise. Please make sure that you are doing what it is that you need to do for yourself. And baby, don't come looking for me when you didn't done it, because I'm going to be out here. You ain't going to be able to find me. Okay? The third thing I talked about as far as crisis proofing your cash flow, you need to identify skill sets that are excellent for bartering. Baby, I don't know what y'all gonna do. What y'all think y'all gonna do with these degrees? Unless they medical, unless you out here, unless there's a community team where there's a doctor and a nurse. What you gonna be doing? What you gonna be doing? What skill set do you have? What skill set do you have? Really, that actually can go up for bartering. What can you do? Because you're gonna need to do something. Hey, love. You're going to need to do something. You're going to have to do something. FYI. Here's the really, really important part that's probably going to be some of the hardest thing for a lot of women. You're going to have to sync with your menstrual cycle in order for you to be in alignment, for you to have energy, and for you to be able to create. Because guess what? Society is not going to stop with the beat downs when it comes down to what's in the media. Society is not going to stop with the beat downs when it comes down to you not being good enough. Society is not going to stop with the beat downs of seeming like moving the goalposts every chance they get. They're not going to stop doing these things. They want to drain your energy. Let me tell you something. The war is spiritual. The battle is for your mind. The reason why the battle is for your mind is because belief impacts biology, and biology influences the way you behave. If you believe that if you tell a society, like in the Hunger Games, if you tell a society that they have to go to war in order for their district to get food, because there's limited food, and that's the belief, the people will war and almost harm each other, take each other out, just so they can eat. Belief impacts your biology. Your biology influences the way you behave. If you tell a people that there are no resources and you leave them in the dark for days, that belief begins to settle in their biology, and they behave like savages. They behave like savages. Belief impacts biology. Biology influences the way you behave. They told us that we didn't have tissue, and there was a tissue shortage during 2020. And due to that belief, Everybody went and bought up all the tissue, became so selfish, and bought a multitude of tissue out of fear of not having any, because that belief activated their biology that said that I need to go and get this. And they behaved like savages. They behaved like self-centered people. They behaved like themselves. I'm trying to tell you, when you are not in sync with your cycle, you are off balance emotionally. When you are not in connection with the 4 phases of your cycle, and let's just say your phone doesn't work, so you can't see where you are in your cycle, and you can't look at the moon and know exactly where you are in your cycle, so you don't really know what to give yourself during the ovulation phase. You don't know what to give yourself during the follicular phase. You don't know what to give yourself during the luteal phase. And so the whole body is thrown out of balance. And because the whole body is thrown out of balance, the body becomes more susceptible to illness. The body becomes weakened. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. The body breaks down. Why? Because worry weakens the immune system, specifically the spleen. So then when you have so much worry in your body, you start to have digestive issues. And if you add processed food on top of digestive issues, where the body can't process the process, so it makes fat pockets in your gut, which creates holes in your stomach, which invites more dis-ease within the body, because the body is thrown out of harmony. And because the body lacks harmony, the body becomes a host of inflammatory cells and fluids. And I don't want to be sick in a society that's already in crisis. If you don't know about cycle syncing in the 4 phases of your cycle, even if you don't buy my courses to learn it, you need to get on it. You should be able to look at the moon and know exactly where you are in your cycle. You should be, because that's how it used to be. It wasn't no apps. It wasn't no apps. You got to understand that there are always seasons, cycles, and phases in this world, and that you are connected to all of them. And when you begin to understand that you are connected to all of them, you begin to recognize the connection within yourself. And that is understanding the science within yourself. And when you understand the science within yourself, then you begin to operate the way you need to and function well. Then you can create better because you don't have brain fog. See, a lot of y'all got brain fog because the processed food in your body couldn't process, so the brain doesn't understand, because there is a connection between the mind and the gut. The gut is your second brain. And let me tell you what society does. I wasn't even going to give y'all this one. Why this is so important for you to be in sync with your cycle. Because you being having a cycle anyway as a woman, you go through a bunch of emotional phases. And when you go through all of these different emotional phases and times, if you multiply what's happening in society on top of that, you're going to drive yourself extremely nuts and insane. Okay? So just imagine already being moody and being imbalanced, and then society telling you that the world is on fire. Continue to pay attention to what exactly is happening around you and how it impacts your reality. Society likes you anxious. Anxiousness in scripture is a violation. It's a violation. To be anxious is a spiritual law violation. Do you hear me? It tells you not to be anxious for anything. It tells you, it asks you specifically, is anxiousness going to add an hour to your life? And the reality is that it's not, because what anxiousness does, and society knows this, by the way. They know what anxiety does to people, but if you didn't know, I'm finna tell you. Society knows that anxiousness lowers your vibrational state, and it puts you in a state to be attacked, not only spiritually, but mentally, emotionally, and physically. Let me put you on game. So let's just say that society says that there's absolutely no resources. There's nothing, right? You wake up in the morning, you have no money, you have no nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And the first thing that you do is that you panic. You forget that the Most High told you to be anxious for nothing. You forget that money is nothing but 75% cotton, 25% linen. It really has no real value. You forgot that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. Well, really, you never believed any of those things. And because you didn't believe those things, you begin to worry. So when you begin to worry, it weakens your immune system, specifically your spleen. When you worry, what happens is worry seeps down all the way into your bone marrow. Once it gets in that space, it starts to release T stem cells. Those T stem cells go to your spleen. Your spleen can no longer do its quality control job anymore because it's now a host for inflamed T stem cells because of your worry. That is going to weaken its ability to do what it needs to do when it comes down to working with your stomach. This is why you're having digestive issues. When children have these issues and they start worrying a whole lot till they get constipated, y'all thought that was a joke? Y'all thought that was a game? Y'all thought it was a joke when the Most High told y'all don't be anxious for nothing? You know why the Most High said not to be anxious for nothing? Because it makes you sick. And when you're sick, you can't do what you need to do. You can't execute, and you're not on assignment. When you're sick, guess what else happens? You miss the mark. Do you know what miss the mark means? To miss the mark means to sin. That's what sin means, to miss the mark. You miss the mark because your vessel is sick, because you worried yourself into sickness. And that's only one emotion. That's only one way that they get you emotionally with anxiety. Anxiety is rooted in the fact that you're not able to control a certain scenario, or it's rooted in the fact that you have this unknown that makes you feel a certain kind of way. We are in a season now where you have to be in control of your energy and motion. Emotions, by definition, is energy and motion. You have to be in control of your energy and motion. And the way that you become control of your energy and motion is for you to become rooted, grounded in your beliefs, so you can act accordingly, so you can create from a high vibrational space. See, you can't create from low vibrational spaces. You can't create from anger, fear, apathy, guilt. You can't create from those things. Sadness, grief, you can't create from that. You can only destroy. So if you don't know how to transmute your energy back up to love, peace, joy, because what are the spiritual fruits? I'm just telling you. What Andy would say? Kindness, peace, love, joy, all those things, goodness, all nine. There's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that they sit on the vibrational scale as the highest forms of vibration. They're spiritual fruit. You create things from that. You destroy from the other end. All this is scriptural. It literally tells you all these things in scripture. That's why the Most High literally tells you in scripture to tattoo the word on your heart, to take it up and bind it on your heart, because you're going to need to know it. It's a code. It's your code to help you hack your sim so you can break out of the matrix, which is literally in your mind. And when you can expand your mind past the things that you see, you will understand and you will activate things, and you will really see the glory and the activation of the one that created you like you have never seen it before in your life. For real. And I'm not telling you something that I'm just saying. I'm telling you what it is. Thank you, my lovelies kids. I'm telling you what I've experienced. I'm telling you what I am experiencing. You're not talking to somebody who don't know. So this is the way for you to be able to do these things, to really crisis-proof your cash flow, building a strong masculine structure for your business, regulating your nervous system by guarding your gates, identifying these skill sets that are excellent for bartering and amplifying those, and syncing with your menstrual cycle for alignment, energy, and creativity purposes. If you struggle with any of these, okay, I have resources in my bio that will support you on that, okay? You can click the link in the bio. If you are struggling, if you're struggling in the area with your cycle, and that is your whole thing, I have several things that's coming, but my high level program, that's a 6-week program, it can support you. Or you can get the Feminine Flourishing Kit that will teach you about cycle syncing. All of my products you can get with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Okay? You're going to have to invest your money in skills. And these are things that you're going to need. Okay? If you get the Feminine Flourishing Kit, this is going to support you in building everything that I just told you. You're going to get that you're going to get that structure. You're going to learn how to regulate your nervous system. You're going to learn how to guard your gates. You're going to learn how to identify those skills for bartering. And you're going to learn how to sync with your menstrual cycle. Okay? That particular service, that particular product right there, it comes with those classes, and you get 2 one-on-ones with me. That's $697. You can get it with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. If you're not ready for that program, or my Harmony in 6 program, which is $1,500, that's a 6-week program that actually puts you in position, helps you sync with your cycle specifically, then I have another class that a lot of women are interested in, and I had to reschedule it because with these planes and different stuff going on, I'm sending out an email today for those who've gotten their tickets. But I have a class called Command Your Cashflow, and it is supporting you in calming your nervous system. A lot of people tell you to calm your nervous system, but they don't tell you actually what it actually takes and what you need to do to actually calm your nervous system. Okay? That's a process. And I'm going to tell you the things that you're going to learn in that class. That class is $200. You can get that with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. It is happening on August the 4th. It's happening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. What I can tell you is that I'm not going to sell it by itself afterwards. It's going to go into something. Probably going to go in the Feminine Flourishing Suite. But you're going to understand in this class, you're going to gain an understanding of how your nervous system works. And the impact of stress on it, on the body and the mind. You're going to know why managing this is crucial for your financial aspect of your success in your life and your business. I'm going to teach you the science to calming your nervous system. I'm going to teach you the art to calming your nervous system. That's 2 different things. I'm going to teach you about how the nervous system has an impact on your creativity and your wealth building, because your actual womb is a wealth creation center. Literally. Okay? I'm going to give you techniques to help you calm your nervous system. And then I'm going to put you on game on the formula of grounding, not grinding, for cash flow. I'm going to show you how to make your money without grinding, because guess what? You cannot grind in this new season. You are already they are already exhausting you mentally and emotionally. If you wear out your body, you will have to depend on a society. You will have to depend on these hospitals and things when the society is already at unrest. The earth is at unrest. We are in a state where it is not rest. The earth is in spiritual violation. It can't even rest. It can't even rest. And you think that you're going to exhaust your body in this space and then turn around and have to depend on hospitals and different things like that, like the lights can't get cut out? Next thing you know, everything is mixed up. You need to be at your healthiest. You need to be taking care of yourself. You need to be eating properly. You need to be making sure what's happening within you is keeping your energy and motion together. You need to make sure what you're putting in your body is actually being fuel to your body and you're not filling up, because your chemical energy is going to matter. I'm just trying to tell you. But you can do what you want to do and allow yourself to be distracted and allow your nervous system to be wrecked because you want to just pay attention and do any and everything and look at it and believe in what everybody is telling you and dealing with any. And let me say this to some. Let me say this. I don't know who this for. I don't know who it's for, but one of y'all do. Don't waste your time with whoever you're dealing with. Stop wasting your time. Because as everything continues to go the way it's going, you need to be in the right community. And being connected to the wrong people in this season is really going to determine whether or not you end up being a victor in this season or a victim in this season. And I'm telling you, whatever that is, whoever that is, detach yourself from that demon before it take you under. Because it's on assignment. That's why it's on you like that. And you need to release that. You need to release that. Stop trying to take people with you. Not everybody gonna hear it. You need to do, and what you need to do, like I said, if you don't do nothing else, make sure you can hear. If you don't do nothing else, don't silence the voice of the one that created you so much by trying to do what you think you need to be doing and what you think you want to do, that you miss out. You don't want that voice to go cold. You don't want that voice to go silent. You don't want it to get so quiet to where you can't hear. And if you already can't hear, you better start clearing it out. And if you need help clearing it out, I got an emotional mastery Eclipse Your Chaos session that will help you. And plenty of my clients have been talking about, they can't get enough of it, baby. You can get that for $397. We gonna have a plan, one-on-one. We finna have a whole meeting because we need to get. And let me tell y'all, I'm releasing the quiz tomorrow. Be checking my link tomorrow because I got something for y'all. I have a free quiz that's coming out tomorrow. I might drop it tonight. I don't know. Be looking. But the quiz is called a mood and cycle quiz, and it's basically helping you discover what your feminine flow is. That quiz is going to tell you where you are hormonally with your cycle. That quiz is going to tell you where you are emotionally, and that quiz is also going to tell you the recommendations and the things that you need to be focused on and paying attention to. And I also have the recommendations for my products and services that will help you with these things. Okay? So when I tell y'all, stop playing. Stop playing. Crisis proof your cash flow. Okay? And get serious. Get serious. If you need to get in these classes, if the commanding you, if you know you need to calm your nervous system so you can do what you need to do to build your capital in your business, and you know you've been playing, then you need to be in the calming your nervous system class. And you don't need to wait on that. You need to go ahead and be in that class. That's the $200 class. I think that's the lowest service I have where you get me directly. And you can get that with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. You will have me directly in there, and I will be answering your questions. And I will actually be giving y'all some other things, and I'm actually giving y'all a bonus in there. So it's not that I'm just giving y'all the video. I need y'all to be able to take away something so you have something, so you know, okay, this is how I'm going to get my nervous system back in order. I need you to be able to do it within minutes. Let me tell y'all something. You ain't got time to be. This is why I keep telling y'all, please stop dealing with whoever you're dealing with that's not doing right and that's draining you, because you don't have time for that. You don't have time for that right now. You really need to evaluate your priorities. I'm having a very powerful conversation and session with my clients in the Harmony in 6 program tonight. And I'm going to be teaching them, and they're going to find out what I'm giving them, a system that is going to teach them where they are right now priority wise. So, and then they're going to be able to look at that and assess it, and then they're going to be able to shift what they need to shift. There are 6 basic human needs emotionally that we need. I'm an emotional intelligence practitioner as well. So there are 6 basic emotional needs that we all need, right? Love, importance. I don't even think I have them all. I ain't gonna be able to run them all right now. Wait, did I write them down? Learning and growth. Let me tell you, I want to tell you the immediate ones first. Love, variety, security, and what's the other one? I can't think. Where my notebook at? What's the other one? Love, variety, security. I'm missing a big one too. Who is the big one? What is it? What is it? What is it? It's going to come to me when I need it. But the other 2 are growth and contribution and learning and growing. There's a way to be able to assess, right? There's a way to be able to assess these things to see which one you have in check or which ones are priority for you right now. Some of us have love sitting at the top when it don't need to be at the top. If you can't hear, love don't need to be sitting at your top. But love may be your foe. You may be zoned in. A lot of women are very, I want to be married, I want to be married, I want to be married. What if you're not married and all this happened? Then what? You're not going to live? You're not going to secure yourself? Because security is one of your emotional basic needs. It's one of your deepest. So I'm doing a powerful conversation with them, and we're doing an assessment where they're able to find out exactly where they are, if they need to switch it. Okay? And what importance, thank you. Thank you. Importance. There we go. That's it right there. Love, variety, importance, security, growth and contribution, and learning and growing. Learning and growing and contribution and giving, those two things a lot of people want to do, but those are choices where people actually activate those things and actually do those things. They actually learn, grow, or they give and, contribute to things. But the four basic, we all want them. We all want love. We all want variety. We all want importance. And we all want security. But see, the thing is, you got to know what's sitting in your top. And if you don't know how to assess that and fix that, if it's not what it needs to be, then you're going to have an issue. So I'm going to support my clients tonight so that's going to further support them in regulating their emotions. Because guess what that's going to help them do? Set boundaries about the things that's not important. See, the problem is you're not focused because you don't know how to focus, because focus is a skill set. You haven't had to focus since your ABCs. Because you really had to sit there and actually see, you haven't had to focus like that since then, which is why you still know your ABCs to this day, because it took a level of focus. Focus is a skill set. And one of the things that I do with my clients is that I help them hone in and fine tune that focus. Because like I said, discernment is required. Discipline is required right now. This is the time for you to activate your warrior. Worrying about what somebody else is going to do for you as a woman is not your priority. Okay? Love, variety, importance, security, growth and contribution, giving and contribution, and learning and growth. Those are the 6. Learning and growth is 1. Giving and contribution is 1 together. And then you have love, variety, importance, and security. Okay? So those things are extremely, extremely important. We're going to have that powerful conversation, and I'm going to help them be able to shift because a lot of women are emotionally unhinged, and they don't really know how and what they need to do next, when in reality, you have to get grounded. And if you don't know how to get grounded, you need to get in community and invest in things that are going to teach you to be grounded and that are going to support you. Because wasting your money and wasting your time and wasting your energy and your attention in things that are not going to elevate you, they're going to hold you back. And like I told y'all, the decisions you make from July to December are going to impact your next 20. Take it how you want to take it. But it is what it is. Okay? What questions do you guys have for me? Congratulations. I see a couple of people have gotten tickets to the Command Your Cashflow Masterclass. Congratulations to you guys for that. What questions do you guys have for me? Drop them in the comments before I get ready to get off here. What was giving and contribution? What other questions do you guys have? Yes, congratulations. But yeah, y'all. Please. Learning and growing. Learning and growing. Learning and growing is 1. Awesome. I will be investing into me. Awesome. All praises to the Most High. It's time to invest in skills. That's where we at. Is there a closing period to purchase the course? No, it's not a closing period to purchase any of my courses. There is going to be, you'll have until the day of to purchase. Well, I don't know. I think it's going to be a cutoff for the Command Your Cashflow Masterclass, but everything else, no. And that's not going to happen like this week. So you'll be fine if you would think about getting like Friday or something. Okay, you're welcome. Any other questions? All right. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for these gifts. I appreciate y'all for being here. Like I said, crisis proof your cash flow, y'all. I am going to put this on YouTube, so make sure that you subscribe. You could become a paid member of my channel. Girl, I don't know what I'm eating today. I think I want a salad. I haven't been eating chicken, so I don't know. I want some something. I don't know what. You are so welcome. All praise to the Most High. I'm here. I'm here to give out what I'm supposed to give out. If you need more information, like I said, on those systems you can create and different things, please let me know. Also, my company does automation, so if you're looking for a company to, okay, you know what, I need a lot of my business automated. I need the emails stuff set up. I need all these things set up. DM me, and I can have with your email saying I want that. And when you do that, I will have my assistant shoot you an email with the price points on that. And just know, like I said, that's for those who are prepared to invest, because you're talking about systems. So be prepared for a 4-figure investment on the lower end, or it's under 5. But those things range from, I think, starting at 2K to 3,500, depending on how deep you want it to be, in depth you want it to be. But we will do all of the work for you, and so you don't have to do that, and so you can make your money with ease, which is basically what I do. So yeah. And if y'all have any additional questions or anything, DM me, email me. And today is Tuesday, so happy Tuesday. And if the Lord says the same, I will see y'all tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday. Thank y'all so much for your time. I appreciate y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere. And it really is my prayer that something I said inspired you to take action, and that it edified, okay? All right, y'all. Have an amazing evening. Peace, y'all.